Hello friends, Lisa here, TMX Adventures, and guess what? My cutter has arrived and today I'm excited to unbox it with you. Now at the moment, you can be getting a cutter just by hosting a demo with 2 friends. So if you want to get a cutter for your TM5, 6 or 7, now is the time to be hosting that demo. So let me know, we can jump online, depending on where you live, I might be able to come see you, but really easy, you and 2 friends from other households. So it comes in this gorgeous box, and this is the Cutter Plus. So it actually comes with the spiralizer. Now I have missed mine, and I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but I have missed mine since we've had the TM7 and no cutter. It is something where I used because I didn't have it for a period of time. I haven't had it for a good couple of months now. I use it on a weekly basis, predominantly chopping quick salads for my lunch, but there are other things as well. So when we get into the box, let's see what we've got. We've got the spiralizer part. Now, I'm not going to do a video on that today because it's just another part and it's amazing as well. I do really love that, but I do want to get into the next bits down here. Now, it says that this is sharp, so watch your fingers, your little sharp thing. I love that they've thought of everything. So here comes my blade and my catching basket. So the little blade, if you are unfamiliar with the cutter and the grater, it turns our Thermomix into a food processor. So anything you do in an old-fashioned food processor, and let's be real, who gets this out of the cupboard anyway? It's so hard to clean. It's big, it's bulky. Often we just don't use it because it's in the cupboard. This means our Thermomix can do it for us, and it's really easy. So we've got a grating side and a slicing side, and you can do thick or thin. This is the lid. It's nice and black. If you are looking at one for your TM6 or 5 that's slightly grayer than that, we have a very important shaft. Okay, we must make sure that always comes out of the bowl. And this one's redesigned. It now has 4 little prongs for the TM7, and that goes in over the blades like so. Now in here still, I think I have the basket. I love how they've packed this. So the basket for our TM7 is a little differently shaped, but the same concept, because we don't have arms to lock it in like you did on a TM6 and a 5 where you've got your little arms. So it looks like this, and it goes in like this. So again, just like the TM5 and 6 version, your bowl remains clean when the food is in there. So it's really, really clever. I love how they designed this. So we've got that. Then we pick which blade goes which way. So I'm going to slice today. So I'm going to put the slicing side up, which is there's 2 colors actually. Some people like that. There's a white for the grating and a blacky gray for the slice. And then we put this facing forward, just like so, and we are literally ready to go. Now, I have this little pusher thing, and it's actually got a double layer into it. I won't get into the technicalities of that today, but you'll notice somehow it comes apart. Maybe it's when it's fresh, it might be tougher. Or maybe I'm holding the wrong thing. I'm not even going to try. Oh, it does show you. Oh, there's a button. Of course there's a button. Lisa, just read the instructions. It comes apart. You've got 2 parts. So now you've got the spiralizer part that has the little catch to hold your food. And you've got the normal part. Love this. All right, and that is your pusher. Goes in there like that. So on the TM7 screen, we have in our mode. So we come down here, which you may be able to see on my bottom corner screen over there. And we can actually bring up our cutter mode. So you'll see across the bottom, we've got grating, slicing, spiralizing. So that is what this said does. Okay, so excited. Honestly, salads at Christmas time. Last Christmas, I just, day after day, salads after salads, sliced veggies up, capsicum, cucumber, cheese. I don't do tomato. You have to get quite firm tomatoes. We like soft tomatoes. Carrot, like radishes, beetroot, like just quick. You watch, I'm about to show you. So I'm going to bring up the slicing mode, and I have cucumber. So it says, do I want it thick or do I want it thin? I might do thick. I'll do the carrot thin for you so you can see the difference. So all we do, take out this, we press the play button. Now this could either, if it's a thin food, it goes down. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. See how there's 2 holes? So if it's a really thin carrot, you'd put it down the thin side, but being that it's a bit thicker, it's going to go through there. I literally push my play button and I do this. Oh my goodness. Like seriously. Like let's take the lid off, and you can see my cucumber is into little bits. Check that out. How nice. It smells amazing. Yeah, that chopped cucumber smell. Oh my goodness. So stoked. So easy. So quick. Yeah. So put them out of the way. We're going to do next up our carrot. Let's have a look at the carrot. One of the things we do all the time, or we were before I didn't have it, was potato bake and sweet potato bake, where I would use my peeler, my blade cover peeler. If you don't have that, you need to check it out in the mix shop. It's amazing. I would use that to peel my dirty potatoes, because I buy the brown ones, or we grow them and they're dirty. So it peels them for 4 minutes. Then you rinse them off. Then you put them through the cutter, and it takes, as long as you just saw me do, seconds to put in 1.2 kilos worth of potatoes through it. And then you put it in, and I do a recipe where you actually cook it in the sauce. Many of you have seen that recipe before. And it is literally a potato bake in the oven and ready so quickly, like hassle-free, right? All right, clean basket. Let's go again. I have a carrot. I'm just going to trim the end. Washed but not peeled, because I don't peel them. Put this in place, and I said I was going to do thin this time rather than thick. So we'll press, that'll fit in that side this time. So let's press the play. 8 seconds. How good is that? By the way, I could have flicked it over and done grating, but anyway, I didn't, alas. And you can see the difference in the thick to the thin, but look at that, wafer thin. So cool. So it depends how you like it. And actually, honestly, if I'd put a little bit more thought to it, I would have done that as a grate, because we prefer grated. Well, when I say we, my children prefer grated over sliced, but that's okay. Look at that. 8 seconds, friends, 8 seconds. So these are going to be, I believe, $295 in the mix shop. So you can just buy it when they become available. I don't know when that will be. However, if you want to host a demo, reach out. Let's book one in and let's get it discounted. You get a discount code. If a friend buys, you'll get it even further discounted. But just by hosting, you don't have to pay full price then. Alrighty, let's see. What else have I got here? I've got lettuce. So I thought I'd do a thick cut lettuce. Now it's a bit big like this, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut it in half through the core, through the center. Or actually, maybe I'll just take those outer leaves off for later. Will that fit? I think it might. Or I could be pushing it. Yeah, that'll fit. All right, let's do thick. Let's press that together. There we go. Press play. You'll notice when it's right, because you get the play button. Otherwise, it's grey. Play. Oh my goodness. Like 2 seconds. Let's have a look. Look at that, friends. Check that out. Like, can you see how easy a lettuce bowl is? So that could be cabbage. That could be any leafy kind of thing. That is so easy. Now I have one last thing to show you, and it's actually cheese. Now, I'm going to prehense this and say cheese is actually, hard cheeses is on the you can do, but it's not written to actually do soft cheeses like Tasty. All right. Mainly because too much of this, it's so rubbery. It just doesn't work well. But hard cheeses like Parmesan, go for it. But I'm going to do it so that you see. Now I am going to flick this over to grate. So let me just pull this apart. Little lettuce coming out of the inside. Okay. Let's grab the remaining lettuce that's sitting there. And let's flick it over. Yep. So I'm up the other way now. Put it in. And let's do cheese. So make sure it's cold out of the fridge. Make sure you're ready to go. I'm going to do thick. Oh, actually, let's get out a slice. We're going to do grate. Am I put together? I feel like I'm not down properly. Hang on a second. And it won't go. If you're not down properly, it actually won't go. It'll go mump. There we go. All right, let's go thick, because I don't think it'll do thin well anyway. Remember, thin is going to take a little bit more pushing. Not that it was hard. You saw how I did the carrot, right? It's easy. But it would make sense to be thick with grated cheese. I thought it was done for a second there. It wasn't. It wasn't quite done. Oh my goodness. How good is that? You got grated cheese in, what was that, 3 seconds? So quick, so easy, and you've literally got yourself sorted for your salad in less than a minute. So easy peasy. If you want to have a demo, let's book it in. As I said, you and 2 friends online. They've got to be from different households, okay? Not so your partner, spouse, children don't count, okay? That's Thermomix's rules, not mine. But we can jump online. I can do a demo with the cutter, or I can just do a general demo where I inspire you with your Thermomixing. I'm going to make a special point and say this shaft, super important. You take it out. How do I get it out? That's a good question. Give it a jiggle. My hands are a bit slippery from the cheese. There we go. My hands are cheesy. Really important. Don't chop it up. Take it out every single time. Okay, but check this out. Look at, that was the end of the carrot. Look at that. So quick, so easy. So if you want a demo, reach out. I'd love to support you to get the most out of your Thermomix, regardless of what model. And if you'd like to get a cutter discounted, let me know. I'd love to help you. But otherwise, I'm so excited to have a cutter back. I'm just stoked. Potato bake, sweet potato bake, salads as this weather warms up. This is exciting. How good is it to make a quick dressing in your Thermomix with blend mode and then whip up one of these? So good. Oh, and by the way as well, there is a online class coming up where we use the cutter. Reach out if you'd like to see that. But otherwise, take care. Let me know if I can book a demo with you. But I will see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.